Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing review series reviews I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. Eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This one is hopefully a little bit of a redemption review. We'll get into that. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Well, folks, it's my GoBots Battle of the Rock Lord shirt. One of the nerdiest shirts that I own. Like, there is nerdy stuff, and like the cool thing is nerdy stuff has become more accepted, in like today's society than like even when I was a kid growing up. And I'm sure there's still a certain amount of kind of backlash towards it, but these days, superheroes and comics and video games and stuff, they're all pretty chill at this point. And even back when I was getting, when I was coming up, they were starting to move in that direction. But the GoBots, yeah, you gotta go pretty far down into the nerddom stuff. Not to the bottom, but you have to go pretty far down to get into the GoBot stuff. If you're unfamiliar with the GoBots, it was a line of transforming toys and eventually a cartoon. Robots, actually cyborgs, if we're being specific, would convert into vehicles and then fight against evil other vehicle robot cyborgs. And if that sounds familiar, Transformers, that's because, yeah, they directly competed. In fact, GoBots came out in North America before Transformers did. They got to market first. And for a little while, they actually had a pretty good run. This was their attempt at fighting against the Transformers 1986 movie. This, again, got to market first. And, it didn't do great for them, but I love the GoBots. Anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it a redemption review? Because, folks, we hopped on back to, boom, Burger King. We're getting a Whopper. Now, here's the thing. I've reviewed this Whopper before because this is their boom, their Candied Bacon Whopper, which was just recently released. I went over there and I reviewed this last week. Problem was, I went to my janky-ass Burger King that's closer to where I live, and they didn't quite get the burger right. They didn't actually have all the ingredients on it. So, I went out to the better Burger King that's a little bit further away, so I can hopefully have the full experience. It all depends on if they got it right. If they didn't, then you're never even going to see this video. I'll just eat a burger. But, let's check to see. Does it? Yes, it has the crispy onions. Okay. Because, yeah. So it's got like bacon jam, a garlic aioli. And then, of course, like the big thing is the candied bacon. But it's also supposed to have crispy onions. First one I did not have the crispy onions. So, let's try the full experience. This review is going to end up on my Burgers for Days playlist, by the way, which is just a playlist for burger reviews. So, let's give it a go. This is exactly why I need to just not go to the Burger King by my house. I'm sorry. Like, I know that they're trying, but God, do they suck. They're just terrible. And they've been terrible for such a long time now. Pretty much the only time I go there is, like, if I just for convenience sake. But even then, it's just so much better than the one that they got me. Seriously. For one thing, there's more bacon jam. The original review that I did, the bacon jam was there, but it was kind of just centralized. This first bite, I'm getting the bacon jam. It's nice. It's a little bit sweet. It's got a little bit of something extra, and it's nice that it's there throughout. Second thing, I can taste the garlic aioli in this one. The other one, I don't know if it was missing it or if it was just too diminished or whatever, but I really didn't get much of that. This has a nice garlicky bite. And third, and of course the main reason why I'm doing a re-review, and I'm glad I did, is that I get the crispy onions, which not only do they add a nice crispy texture, but on top of that, they add in a nice little oniony taste. This is a much better burger than the first one I had. I mean, infinitely. And I didn't even hate the first one, to be fair, but this one, this is basically what this burger is supposed to be from Burger King. Now, that said, is it the best burger you're ever going to have? Of course not. It's fast food. It's Burger King. You can kind of, I think William Shank, he's one of my frequent viewers. Appreciate you, buddy. He has expressed his displeasure for Burger King. I'm okay with Burger King to a point. I think they have some good items. I think occasionally they come up with good burgers. This, I actually think is one of their better ones. But it's nice. You got the flame grilled Whopper taste. And there's some complexity to it, It does feel a little bit more elevated than is, just a typical fast food burger. And I will give them, hell, even the fucking vegetables taste better on this one. I'll give them a little bit, I'll give them some extra credit because typically when you have a fast food place that goes over there and it wants to do like a special burger, pretty much what you get is a rodeo burger. Get like some onion rings, get some barbecue sauce. Bob's your uncle. And yeah, man, I mean, that's fine. I like a burger, I enjoy a rodeo burger, but it's been done. It's passé at this point. Calling it a special burger doesn't make sense. This, well, again, like, this isn't the best version of this burger. This is the best version of this burger that Burger King can do within their limited capacity. If you went over there and you had a, like, more dedicated burger spot, like a more proper, like, sit-down, upscale place or what have you, you could definitely get even if you had, like, Culver's take, like, a shot at, I'd love to see Culver's, do a version of this. But, for being what it is, this is a good Burger King burger. It's tasty, it's, like I said, it's got some complexity, it's multifaceted, it's not just a one-dimensional thing. Plus, it just has, that flame-grilled taste that, Whoppers are known for. With all that said, folks, 3 questions have to be asked. And for some reason, I can't remember what those 3 questions are. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And is it redeemed? I'm going to go with yes, and yeah. I think for me personally, again, I didn't hate the first version of it. This is just better. I like it. I personally wish the candied bacon had more of an impact. It's there, and obviously it's the namesake of the burger, but it's not the most significant aspect. I would say the bacon jam probably is, and even like on this one, the garlic aioli probably has a little bit more influence on the taste, but the bacon is, it's definitely better than their typical Burger King bacon. If I'm recommending it, if you can get one that's done properly, I'm not saying it's going to be life-changing or that's going to be the best burger you've ever had, but this one is pretty good from Burger King, and I'm willing to give it to them. And it's probably going to be a limited time thing. I'd say check it out, while it's around. And as whether or not it's been redeemed, I am going to say, even though the first one wasn't, terrible or anything, I'm going to say that this one has been redeemed. It's why I like to do the redemption videos, because I like to give the opportunity, to hopefully have a better showing. And in this case, that's very much the case. This is a really, a reasonably tasty burger from Burger King, done properly, in a better setting. It really does go to show you that sometimes it is worth it just to drive a little bit further, go to a, proper situation. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly candied bacon-tastic rest of your life. Because candied bacon is really tasty. I mean, if you're not into candied bacon. One thing I will say that the other place did a little bit better, they gave me a crown. So I got to wear the Burger King crown. I have no idea why they gave me a crown. No idea. I didn't ask for one. But I'm just saying, I could have done with another crown. But anyway, final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit. And, sometimes we just have to deal with it. And when we do, it's important we try at least. Can't always succeed. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I'd like you to do. If for whatever reason you have some, connections within the, organization of Culver's, see if you can put in a word. Be like, hey, look, Burger King did this thing. Maybe we'd like to see your version of it, too. I genuinely would be interested. If they came out with a candied bacon butter burger, I mean, come on. I mean, it'd be one of the least healthy things ever created, but, still. Or conversely, hopefully you have better stuff on your agenda than that. But I'm just saying, if you can fit it in,